Hey everyone, today we're going to go through some improvised hip washing and mobilizing movements. We'll just go through it and follow along with us as we do it. Just very simply, in a nice balanced and comfortable stance, you're going to shift your hip from side to side. So the feeling you want here is like this bone in the side of your hip. You want to feel like you're shoving it out of your skin, basically, like pushing it as far as you can. So notice how you have to shift most of your weight to the foot on the side of the hip that you're working. The other one basically becomes weightless. And just shift back and forth a bunch of times. Okay, now we're going to go in a circle. So the whole pelvis is rotating in a circle around the feet. Switch directions. When you're going through these movements, try to be relaxed, but not lax. So still be active, but keep yourself relaxed. Okay, now you're going to pick up the right knee. Keep the foot in close to the body. You don't have to squeeze it in too hard, but don't have it out here. Okay? Stay in nice and compact. Pick the knee up so that the thighs at least, try to get to your thighs at least parallel to the floor. Okay? And hold. Now turn it out as much as you naturally can without forcing. Okay, you still want to feel relaxed and kind of geometrically congruent. Just turn the hip out as much as you can. Perfectly balanced over your left foot. Bring it back to the center. Put that foot down. Pick up the left knee. Same thing, keep it parallel to the ground at least. Higher if you can, it's fine. And turn it out without straining. Everything should feel balanced. Bring it back in. And put the foot down gently. Now, I'm going to take one foot and put it way back. And you're going to take your forehead to your knee. So you're in kind of a lunge position. You can let your back heel come up. You're going to take your forehead to your knee and come back up. When you come back up, you try to stretch your heel back. Stretch your Achilles so your heel is back towards the ground. So you can feel it stretch through the back of your leg, your calf and Achilles area. And you're going to come, touch, follow along with me. So I think I did 5. We'll go to the other side. Now we're going to fold at the hip, and you can bend the knees, okay? So this is kind of like, let's say you got really bad stomach pain, and you went like this. Your hips are sinking in. You're not just bending forward like this. You're kind of sucking inward. So you're folding at the hips and bending the knees. You don't have to grab your stomach, but I'm just doing that to show you what the motion is like. So you fold in.
If you put your fingers on your hips, they get sucked in when you start bending.
Okay, now this time we're going to go as deep as you can and keep folding. Let the hips keep getting deeper and deeper, and try to fold all the way down into a deep squat. As deep as you can, okay? Just fold yourself, basically trying to compress in a ball as much as you can. And when you come out of it, good, okay? Just lightly let the legs float up. So you're not marching here, you're just, the legs are floating up and coming down very gently. Hips totally relaxed. Go down to the floor now. Sitting on the floor, you're going to lean your weight back so it's supported by your arms and your hands. And you're going to shift to one side so that this foot becomes kind of weightless, so that you can rotate the hip. So you're going to drop the knee to the floor and then rotate it out as much as you can. Okay? So close the hip, drop to the floor.
Make sure your feet are wide enough. In this position, some people put their feet too close and then they get all jumbled up. Make your feet wide.
And we're just doing one side. A couple more. Don't force it, but just get as much comfortable range of motion as you can. You could use your hand on the inside of your knee and push out a bit more. And help push the leg down. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Feel your hip pinching or grinding or anything like that. Adjust your foot position. Maybe you have to put your heel a little bit further away from your body, but don't go too far. Okay, just try to find a position where your hip is working, but there's no painful feeling. It won't be the exact same position for everybody, so you have to pay attention and kind of explore, find where that is. A few more. Good. Now we're going to do both legs at the same time. So swiveling the hips from side to side, bent knees, body weight supported by the arms a bit, leaning back, and you're just going to drop your knees from side to side. Don't let your body rotate too much and your sits bones come up off the ground. Try to stay relatively square as your hips are rotating. As we were just doing this, finish to one side so that now you're sitting in this position, almost 90-90 or shin box position, whatever you want to call it. From here, you're going to push back and then pull forward to the same position on the other side. Okay, so you lock yourself back and come into the same position on the other side. Try to do it with minimum amount of muscle force. So you want to adjust, rearrange your joints, okay? So it's like folding and unfolding your body. So you come open, you come close. Open up, and back. Now, I'm going to put the legs out in front. Slightly bent knees, and just make sure the legs are relaxed, okay? Now we're going to, instead of pushing ourselves back, we're going to pull the legs in and push them out to switch positions. So we pull them in, we put them out, and we pull them in to the other side. try not to use your hands. If you absolutely have to, because your hips are that stiff, then use them a little bit, but we're trying to do this one without the use of the hands. Okay, now let's try doing it where you're keeping the heels, the legs, off the ground. Okay, so you're sitting, and as you come out with both legs, you stay up like this, or using kind of your core muscles a little bit. Pull yourself up, and then pull into the other side. Again, try not to use your hands. If you absolutely have to, use them a little bit on the ground, but try not to. And keep active, but as relaxed as you can. And when you pull in, try to get into a compact seated position. Don't do this and then like this and then switch, okay? You're here, pull yourself in tighter so you're sitting. To sit in a straddle V position, and you're going to lean your weight forward. It's okay if your legs need to be a little bit bent. Your knees can be soft, they don't have to be rigid locked. Okay? And you're going to lean forward. Try to keep your palms flat on the ground, for now just close to your body. And without having them come off the ground at all, you try to pick your legs up and hold them off the ground in the straddle position. A few seconds and then drop them. Shake your legs out. If you need to, bring them in and do some swivel hips. Your hips might start to cramp in this position, so because it's strengthening them. So it's a good cramping, but if you need to release them, then just come back to this and rotate the hips a little bit, and then until you're ready, go back into the position. As you're doing this, you keep doing it as I'm explaining. You just lift for a few seconds and put back down. As you're doing it, you try to reach further out. So you start right in close behind your knee level, then you get to knee level and try it. Then you reach out beyond knee level and try it, okay? Okay, so we repeat a few reps. Some of you will probably be like this, barely reaching with your fingertips to the ground. It's fine, just start where you are. And if you absolutely need to, you can elevate yourself on a book or a cushion, okay? Elevate your seat and still keep your heels on the ground. You can, if you're more advanced in this, you can try pulsing and also making circles with your feet. Okay, so I'll demonstrate that. So instead of just lifting, you can up and down pulse, or you can make circles in and out with your feet. Okay? Woo! And that'll get your hips really cramping. Well, stand up however you can. And we're going to go back to these, which now should really feel good. You might feel like kind of a good pain if you were really working your hips there. As you do this, you'll feel all the muscles around that joint and feel a little bit sore or fatigued from what we were just doing. So you push out the side, out the side. Try to get a little further each time. Turn it into a circle. Reverse it. Okay, now we're going to take the legs out wide. And from this position, you're going to go, it's like you're tracing a circle around each foot with your knee. So you end up going in kind of a spiraling figure 8 motion, like an infinity sign. So something like this. Okay, so the knee comes in, circles are out, in, circles out. And massaging your hips as you do this. Keep your feet rooted on the floor so you have proper footwork, a strong base of support into the ground. Come up. Just flick, like do a little bit of a flick kick, just to relax the leg muscles. Shifting back and forth. And that's it. Hope that felt good for your hips. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Hopefully you're not too sore.